All right, hello. No, I just listened to, is it Black Country New Roads? I think that's the band. They're and from up here, from up there, or something like that. Album with the airplane in the bag on a wall or something like that. That's the album cover. Just listen to that. Changed Man. Obviously, no. It was good. Bread Song mid as hell. That one was just boring. All the other ones are pretty good. I'd give it a 10 out of 10 if Bread Song was not there or better. But you know, not all albums can be perfect. Sometimes you put songs in, you write songs, you think they're good, put them in, they just kind of take away. And people will have differing opinions. They obviously don't agree with me. Bread Song is top 10 songs of all time, obviously. No, but instrumentation was crazy. I love all the instruments that they use. I wish I could use that many in my own music because I I don't, because I can't, because I don't know how to play the instruments themselves, and I don't own them. I don't own them, and if I did, even if I did know how to play them, they would sound horrible, recorded in my basement with fucking ringing at all times, and with the acoustics of, I don't know, a water bottle, a plastic water bottle underwater. I don't know. Yeah, my glasses. Oh, I went to the eye doctor recently, um, to get my prescription updated, and they actually had to get updated. That's kind of sad. I keep on getting older, and my eyes keep on getting worse, and I need to keep on getting new prescriptions. Soon, I'm gonna be blind, and I'm not gonna be able to see anything, sadly. Hopefully, that day doesn't come, though. What's up? Oh, I think I said something about NHS last time. Oh yeah, I haven't posted in a day or two. I'm not sure. Ah, man, it's just that, I like say I'm gonna do it, and I am gonna do it, but then I call my girlfriend and I'm like, man, I can't just hang up on her now. So I just have to not record a video for the day, sadly. But this time I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do it right before. So good on me for today. I did like half of the things I wanted to do today. I also had soccer, so that's why. Oof. It was good today, though. I felt like I played well. Yeah, all right, actually. Uh, Good enough defensively and not well enough offensively. Yeah. What? Oh, I'm really dark today. I guess that is true. I should probably turn on the light. I'll turn on the light for you guys. Oh, fuck. So, I'm very tired. I don't know if you can notice by my demeanor. Oh, fancy words. Who says demeanor anymore? Or countenance? Can you read my emotions by my countenance? No, I don't know. Bro, fucking Frankenstein. I'm reading Frankenstein for my Brit Lit class, and it's fucking redundant, wordy, and has some of the craziest vocabulary I think I've ever read. Just the syntax of the text is like absurd. It has four commas in one sentence, and you're supposed to like be able to track where everything goes, but sometimes things are before, sometimes they're after. You know how complex sentences are, and then it's like, what the hell? Sometimes I don't understand what's going on, and the wording makes it kind of confusing at times. Like, I was confused if Elizabeth wanted to marry Frankenstein or not, and at first I thought no, because she said something about do you have another? You just have to, like, it's a lot of tone things as well. Like, you have to be able to tell the tone of the speaker at times, and it's pretty difficult because of the syntax and wording and vocabulary. And it, like, you cannot read this as your first text that you read that's at a higher level. Like, you cannot. It's very hard to tell. You'd have to build up to it, I think. I like it, though. I think it's a good story. Though I feel like it's very close to what Native Son is. If you guys haven't read Native Son, I read it in my American Lit class, I think. And it's just about this African American guy. He lives, I think, in the 1930s, 1960s. I can't remember. Possibly 1930s. I don't remember. I just know that redlining, is it called, when black people were subjugated, is that the word, to like certain parts of Chicago and other big cities, because they didn't want like the people that owned big land lots didn't want them to be in certain places with the white people. Yeah, so it's in those times. So everyone's fucking racist, yeah? So the problem isn't... I guess the problem is that everyone is racist, and that he was redlined into these communities, and that he has no father due to these societal limits, and he has like 2 or 3 siblings, I can't remember, and he's poor as shit. Yeah, you know? And he literally goes to movie theaters and jerks off. Literally. So it's just the story of how he's a criminal, and then eventually he gets a good job. He gets a good opportunity by some white people because they wanted to help him. And he goes in for the help, obviously, but then he falls into temptation, into sexually assaulting their daughter, like the people that hired her, because she was drunk and she passed out, and then he was carrying her to her bed and fell into temptation that way, and then he fucking killed her because he didn't want her to make noise and let everyone know, and then he had to get rid of the body, which he did by burning it, and then eventually they find out that he burned the body, and then he tries to run from authorities. He rapes his own girlfriend that he had anyway, and then kills her too, or tries to at least, but she was alive, but then froze to death, and then he tries to get away and doesn't, and eventually he gets put to death. And I think, and the whole book is to argue about how, well, society and the way that things were made it to be so that he didn't have to do it, but that it caused him to do it. Which I think it's similar to Frankenstein, because in Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster is created. He runs away and meets a lot of people that are like evil to him, and these evil people, and okay, I don't know if I should say evil people, they're more regular people, because like if you saw a fucking 8-foot monster that was dead as hell, decaying, bro, like literally green with flies around it, you know, like its tip, no, I don't know if it has a tip or not, but I would be trying to kill it too, so it makes sense. He's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, these people are evil. You know what? I'm gonna go find my monster and be like, make a friend from me, a female friend, or else I'm killing everyone that you love, which is it's very crazy to say that, but you can make the same argument that because of the way society is and because of the way that he was brought up in isolation with no friends, with nothing, with a world that fucking hates him, there was no other way to go about it, which I believe in, because I believe in both cases that yes, society made whatever his name was, a native son, do all that, and yes, okay, it didn't make the guy a native son to fucking sexually assault her. That on its own could happen now, like with just white people. Like, it doesn't have to be black on white or white on black. It just happens. And so what I think more of what I'm talking about is, like, he was in this crime life, he was subjugated to these areas in the city, and he was so poor he had to be a servant to these white people. And then he felt the need to, he was so scared of getting caught that he would have been put to death anyway if he didn't kill her. So he felt like anything would be better, like trying would be better than not trying, because not trying doesn't have the possibility of being free. And so I think it still makes a good argument. I think Frankenstein makes a better argument because there's no like isolated situations where you would say, well, Frankenstein's monster should have known and could have known, even if he was in the most perfectest world, he should have not done that. So yeah, but that's why I think they're similar, because you see the bad person and they do bad stuff because of the world around them, and you feel empathy. Well, some people don't feel empathy towards them, or sympathy, but I feel sympathy and I empathize with them, to an extent, obviously, with Native Son, because sexually assaulting anyone is not okay. But you can understand where they're coming from, why they do the things that they are doing, and it's because of the world around them. The world affects you, and you affect the world. You affect yourself, and the world affects you. It's not just you decide what goes on, and you can do anything. No, the world decides it decides your potential abilities. And obviously, I think these books are kind of like leftist, or I would say that like more conservative thinking people would be like, oh, well, they should be responsible for their actions and know what they're doing. Well, obviously they should, but not everyone can when they don't know the whole picture, when they haven't lived a perfect life. That's why I disagree with that theory, thought, idea, belief. It's something called like responsibilityism, or I don't know, but it's like conservative thinkers think that you are responsible for your choices, and to an extent you are. Like, obviously you can decide to sexually assault someone or not, but then also you cannot decide if people already have a prejudice against you and cause you to not have good living, like redlining and shit, like a Native Son. And you can't decide if people hate you for the way that you look, like in Frankenstein. and want to kill you. And in real life, some real life examples could be poor people. You say poor people, not poor people. Poor people are bad. And why are they bad? Because they're poor. Like, they're not bad because they were born to be poor and they were born to be criminals. It's because they're poor that they're criminals. And if they were born into like any other family that isn't poor, they would most likely be better than what they would have been if they lived their lives as poor people. You know what? I want to go more into this in my next video, but this is very important. I need to talk about this. Okay, see you guys. Longer video today because I'm a yapper. You know, it took a little bit to get it going, but I got there. No, okay, see you guys.